Okay, so welcome. Here we are, Naya. Good morning, good afternoon.
Hello, hello. Welcome to another episode of Shut Up and Thrive.
Yes, as I thrive with today being the first day of learning the terms soft life.
Hey, welcome to the Soft Life class.
That must mean I have not been living a soft life.
Well, maybe you have. Let's dive into it and see what this is all
Mm,
about.
okay. Hi, everyone. It's Vanilla.
And your girl Nair, and together we are the Soul Sisters.
Welcome to Shut Up and Thrive, the podcast that will inspire you to live your best life.
With each episode, we'll bring you fun, introspective talks, inspiration, and a whole lot more.
So, are you ready for all the things that will make you want to shut up and thrive?
Let's journey together as we jump into the conversation.
Woo woo! So, what is soft life? Well, if let's say, like when you first told me, I was like, soft life? Why is she changing topics on me now? But thinking about it, I was like, it must be a life of relaxation and traveling all over the world, and just doing whatever you want to do. That would be my definition.
Okay, that's a good definition. What did your BFF Google say about soft life?
It's a lifestyle of comfort and relaxation with minimal challenges or stress. And that some people use the term in reference to a life that involves wealth, luxury, while others interpret it as simply being a simplified life unburdened from stress and responsibilities,
That's interesting.
or a
And
life that's a product of, luxury and wealth. What were you going to say?
so I'm glad you brought that up, those two different perspectives, because I do want to talk about that. But the reason why I want to talk about it is because, I don't think you had a chance to do research on social media, but like how it's being portrayed on social media might be, how do I say it? How it's being portrayed on social media can come off in a positive way to people, or it can also be sort of a detriment to people based on what, they're seeing tied to this term, the soft life on social media. But in my research, I did find that that term originated in the Nigerian influencer community as a slang for living a life of comfort and low stress. That is part of what makes soft life content so inspiring. The chance to imagine what life can feel like apart from the realities of Black women's labor. So this term is more geared towards Black women in that community. So I'm like, okay, everything that I'm reading about it sounds good, right?
Yeah. And you
Yeah,
said Black
sounds
woman,
good.
was that because the influencers were Black women that kind of started the trend, or what?
Yes, it started from the Nigerian influencer community. So they started putting out content and referencing the content that they were putting out to this is the soft life. This is what the soft life is.
Looks like.
And yeah, what it looks like. So then I'm like, okay, I found what is the opposite of soft life so we can kind of get a better understanding of it. It says the soft life means a life of ease, the opposite of a hard life. So enjoyment and making decisions that lead to enjoyment. A counter to the above mentioned is the stereotype of the angry Black woman. There is a well known stereotype that Black women are angry, hard, rough around the edges. So, this term or this way of living was sort of adopted by these Nigerian influencers to sort of change that narrative of, as Black women, we're not always angry, we're not hard, we can be soft, we can be feminine. So I think it ties a lot to that whole aspect of being feminine. I like that about the soft life. How about you?
Yeah, I guess, yeah. Do I like
But
the
then,
part of being feminine, or that we can
yeah,
live
like,
soft life?
yeah, that we can live a life of ease, that we don't have to struggle, that, we're not always angry, we're not rough around the edges, that we are feminine.
Definitely, yeah.
But then, that sounds great. That sounds amazing. So, like, this content is being put out there for all of us to see. And we're like, okay. So then when I start seeing it on social media, I'm seeing these women in like these beautiful houses with beautiful views. Like I saw videos of like ocean view houses and then or beautiful luxury apartments with big huge floor to ceiling windows. So then I'm like, okay, if this is all I'm seeing for the soft life, is it really a soft life or is it just you're just showing me a luxurious life?
Yeah, like you're a wealthy person. So if you're wealthy, then you can have a soft life. But if not, you're gonna have a hard life.
Right. So then
It's
is that really
hard not
attainable?
yes.
Seriously, so then, okay, if I'm not someone who lives in that kind of a life, is that attainable for me?
Hmm. Should be. And I think it is possible because I don't live a wealthy life, but I try to live a soft life. As far when it comes to like worry free, stress free, I try not to stress and worry. As long as I do have my 9 to 5 and I can pay my bills, I consider myself stress free.
You think so? So your 9 to 5 is not stressful?
It is not. My 9 to
Then you
5 is not stressful. I think anyone can have an unstressful soft life too. I mean, a 9 to 5 if they love what they do, right? So
but do you think
what makes it a hard? What so there's soft life and then there's hard life, or there's
right, so
not.
for me, when I think of, like, hard life, it's regardless of how much money you make, it's still not enough. You barely can, make ends meet. You don't have access to the same opportunities that other people have. And you're constantly, if you are on social media, constantly being fed all of these images and people portraying this life of luxury, life of ease. And is it impacting you in a way that you're feeling, you're not feeling good about yourself because you're not in that position? Does it help you? Does it inspire you to reach for those things more? Or is it just reminding you of the position that you're in, that you cannot attain that kind of lifestyle? So is the soft life image that's being put out there, is that helping our community or is that harming our community? I guess is my question. Like when people look at, these girls with these, luxury bags, taking flights, going to these beautiful places, are they imagining that, yes, one day this will be me? Or are they just, is it just making them feel worse about themselves? So I think that's like where the danger comes in, where it's being shown, but is that really the reality? You know what I mean? Because
Yeah, and who's
going,
to know? Like I want to know, how do you get, I'm sure everybody wants to know, how do you get to that soft life?
and
What's the
that's not what's being
struggle
portrayed.
before? Yeah. So what's the struggle
And
before? How do you get there?
also, does that sort of idea of being or living a soft life mean that you need to be dependent on a man? Because if I'm
Or
living a
on a
soft
sugar
life,
daddy?
right, if I'm living a soft life, I'm not, like you said, working your 9 to 5 is not stressful and you consider that part of your soft life. I work a 9 to 5. I wouldn't say my 9 to 5 is stressful, but it's not my ideal. Like I'd rather be doing something else than doing that, obviously. So I don't think working a 9 to 5 would be part of my soft life. Does that make sense?
So not
So
necessarily you have to be living in these beautiful homes or carrying these beautiful
luxury
bags,
bags.
but your 9 to 5 to change for you to do what you want is what you would consider soft life. Yeah, same
Yeah,
here.
time freedom for me is a soft
Yeah,
life, like having autonomy over my time and being able to say, today I want to do this
I like that.
instead of that.
Mm-hmm.
But that's not like everything I see about soft life is like these girls that are making it seem like it's more towards that wealth and luxury rather than like, let's educate people on understanding, that it's not about the material. Yes, those things are great, but is it about, how things look or is it about how we feel about ourselves, about the things we do? So I think like, how do we get content out there for people to attain, like reach for or be inspired by creating a life that feels good
Mm-hmm.
rather than a life that looks good?
Yeah, but even Google says it, and it's basically a life that is good because of the wealth and the luxury, not because of how you're living, not your living style. Like, let's
I
say
mean, it starts by saying it's a life of ease, like a life opposite of hard. So,
lifestyle of
easy,
comfort and relaxation with
comfort.
minimal
Right.
challenges or stress.
Right. I think that's the key to it, and that's what we should be promoting rather than that whole luxurious side. But everything you see about the soft life is luxury. So
Mhm.
so people are putting that, more towards that, and it's aspiring for that rather than aspiring for having a feeling of comfort and fulfillment. So
Yeah.
then it's like, okay, is this another play on capitalism? Is this just a way for people to, women of color specifically, because this soft life is geared more towards the Black community, to go out and spend more money on these luxury items, these brand names, these, you know what I mean? So it's like,
Mhm.
you know, I see the message and the intention being, it could be very good, but the way it's being shown, it's just kind of keeping us in this cycle of like capitalism and materialism.
Mhm. So
So,
people are basically just hashtagging it with every little thing. Just sitting at a cafe with a latte. Oh, soft life, hashtag soft life. Really? So,
mhm.
okay.
But like when we make a post of like sitting on the tree and writing in your journal, you know what I mean? Is that hashtag soft life?
I mean, it seems like it is. I'll have to
But
dive
it's
into TikTok
not
or
like
something.
if we
Should it?
search
Yeah. Should it be?
if we search it, we're not gonna find it.
Search, you're not gonna find what?
Like hashtag soft life. Let me
Yeah, you
search
will
it.
find it.
You'll find
If-
people sitting under a tree and reading a
oh,
book.
oh, I don't know. Thought you were asking, will we find people
Yeah, that's a good
hashtagging it?
question.
But again, I was yesterday years old when I learned that it's a thing, like a hashtag and a quote or whatever people are using. That's cool. Okay, so that's the
She's
soft life.
sitting in a boat, a yacht, right?
Definitely giving wealth and luxury.
Wealth with the Chanel glasses, a Prada bag, and then here's your coffee shop girl,
Oh wow. Okay.
very high-end, luxurious.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, that's what I'm getting when I search hashtag soft life. And like, I almost feel bad for these young women that they think that in order to have a soft life, you need to be wealthy, you need to have money and have all these designer things. So then it puts women in a situation where, okay, how do I attain these things? I find a rich man to pay for these things for me. And you know what I mean? Like,
Mm-hmm.
again, it's sort of like promoting that idea of money, wealth, capitalism in order to, have this thing that these women are portraying. And then it's like, well, okay, this is what these women are portraying. Are they really living this life, or
It's just a
it's
pose
just a, yeah,
picture.
facade? Like, it's really crazy. How do we change the narrative?
Uh, by hashtagging the hard work that comes before the soft life, by talking about how do you become stress free, how do you work towards wealth, because the main goal is soft life.
But do you think everyone can attain this life?
No, of course not. Everyone can't attain.
An easeful life?
If we're talking about looking like at these social medias, if we're talking about the yachts and the designer bags and clothing, then no. Some people don't even want it, right? Some people want a little fishing boat in an ugly lagoon fishing for stuff. I don't
Ew.
know. But it's still a soft and relaxed life for them, like enjoying a cup of coffee with a cigar or something. Doesn't have to be very luxurious, but they're still enjoying a soft life because they worked hard and
Yeah.
are now retired and it's at the point where they want to be. So
Yeah.
maybe the soft life is not, for example, working hard, retiring, and reaching what you want, but simply just, like you said, attaining it a different way, finding a sugar daddy, a sugar mama, or having a rich dad. And I don't know.
But that's not possible for everyone. Not everyone's gonna have a sugar
Exactly.
daddy. Not everyone's
Not
gonna
even
have a rich dad.
not everybody
But
wants it either.
my thing is like young women are growing up and seeing this on social media, and I think it puts them in a position where they don't like themselves, they don't like their life, and it's affecting self-esteem. Whether we want to admit it or not,
Hmm.
it's gonna affect your self-esteem. So it's like, are these images inspiring or are they detrimental to our mental health?
Okay, I gotta put my thinking cap on because I look at images like that and I think like, oh, that's a cute dress, but I don't go deep into that's how I want to live because it is not. Like I don't think I can be that high It looks very high maintenance to me. I don't
Mhm.
think I can be very high maintenance and want to dress up like that and wake up in the morning and put on makeup and I don't, you know what I mean? Whatever
Yeah,
those
no, I know
images
what
are
you're saying.
portraying, that's not
Mhm.
my idea of having a soft life. My idea is really, yes, having wealth, being wealthy, but I guess it's that luxurious part. It's like, no, I don't got time for that. I
Mm.
don't want that soft life because that's high maintenance to me. It's not
That's not
relaxed.
soft. That doesn't feel
Yeah,
soft, right?
it doesn't feel soft. Yeah, I think that's what I'm trying to say. Feels very strategically organized and planned, and who's trying to match
Stressful.
their clothes, you know?
But
Like,
there are people who think that's what brings happiness. That's what is
I think a
fulfilling.
lot of people,
That's what I'm
that's
saying.
what brings them happiness, especially this
But
new
is it bringing them
generation.
happiness? Like, going back to the whole happiness thing, like, or do we just think that that's what's happiness because that's what we've been seeing, that's what we see, that's what's
Yeah.
thrown in our faces? Are we really happy when we're sitting on that yacht, dressed all cute with our Chanel glasses and our Prada bags? Are
I
we
would be
having a good
once in a
time?
while, but yeah, you can, but it's a moment then. It's a soft life moment. It's a
That's a good
soft
way to put
life.
it.
Yeah, just not like an entire soft life style. It's just a moment, or I think Google does say too, some people doesn't mean your whole life has to be in it, but a specific how do they say it? I forgot what they said it. Like doesn't necessarily mean your entire life is a soft life, but you're capable to enjoy a soft life moment, I guess.
Like, you can create those moments throughout your day.
Yeah,
Like, your entire day doesn't
your entire
necessarily.
life.
Yeah. I mean, that's my goal. I wanna be living an easeful life every day, every moment. I don't wanna stress
Or
unless it's
worry.
or worry. Like, the only stress I wanna put on myself is stressing my body out to grow muscles, stressing
I don't
my
even wanna do
mind
that.
stressing my mind to learn new things. You know what I mean? Like, that's the kind of stress I want. I
And
don't
that's not
wanna
even stress, you know?
It is though, it's good stress, because you do
Good
need some type of
stress.
stress in your life.
But like exercising, it's I don't think you're stressing if you're doing it right and relaxing in the meantime. Reading a book is not stressful, it's relaxing.
Depends on the
Why you
book.
saying I'm not reading your books then because I'm not stressing my brain.
No, I mean stress in a good way, like to challenge yourself to
Mhm.
grow, to challenge yourself to think of new ways of doing things, of seeing things. That's putting stress on your mind because you're challenging your way of thinking, your way of doing things. That's good
Mhm.
stress. This good and this bad stress. Like, I don't want to stress about my relationship with my man. I don't want to stress about, my job or my money or anything like that. I want good stress. I want stress that results
Yeah.
in a positive outcome.
So it looks like the only person who can enjoy a soft life, hashtag soft life, is an unmarried, childless
Mm,
person
you think so?
with
So
lots of money in the bank.
women who have children cannot live a soft life,
Unless you're very wealthy, you can afford nannies and drivers to.
which goes back to that whole you need wealth and all
Mhm.
that
Yeah.
to live the soft life, which how can we still live a soft life and not, be like super duper
How can we
rich?
attain the soft life?
What are
What's your
things we
steps?
can
What are
do?
you doing, Naya, to get to your ideal soft life?
Um,
Tell the truth. Working hard, right? Stressing the hell out of yourself now. No, just
I
kidding.
don't yeah, I mean, I guess
No.
you can do that. Like, I don't think anything is attainable without some type of hard work because, again,
Mhm.
the opposite of soft life is a hard life. I think in order, like you said, in order to reach that soft life status, at least 100% 24/7 soft life, you have to do some type of hard work
Do you
beforehand.
though?
Even I think even
Even
if
if
you
it's
just find
attracting that hot sugar daddy?
well, you still have to work hard to be
I guess
attractive.
so. Still gotta
You know what I
dress
mean?
up
You have to
cute and
yeah, you have to do
yeah.
all of that. Like, if you're banking on your appearance to get you to that soft life, you still have to get your hair done, get your nails done, like work out, like eat right, do all these things to make your appearance look good. I mean, if that's your way of going about it, good, whatever works for you. But you still have to put in the work. But I think, definitely defining what your soft life looks like, not just reaching for someone else's picture on social media of a soft life because again, that could just be a picture. They could probably not even be living a soft life. Like a lot of these people who make these content around a soft life, they're working hard. It's not easy to make a aesthetic looking video and to, live in those. Sometimes do they even live in those houses, or is that just they're just renting that Airbnb for one day to
For the
make that
photo
video? You
shoot.
know what I mean? So it's
Yeah.
like you don't know what someone is doing to get to where they are, but you definitely first have to define what a soft life means to you. And if we should all be soft all the time, even if we are living a not all the time, but like, we should find time and ways to be soft because as women, we have to honor our femininity. And I think that's what the soft life is saying is like, don't forget that you're still feminine, that, you
Yeah.
have to take care of yourself. So even if you do have a ton of kids or a lot of responsibilities, it's carving that time for yourself. If it's once a day, once a week, once a month, whatever it is. And for me, is working hard now. So, in the near future, I can be in the position where I have a
You
soft life.
actually
And
have a soft life.
I think I do for what my life is now.
No, I'm saying,
Obviously,
like, for the future, you can actually enjoy a soft life. You know what I mean?
right.
Yeah.
Right. I mean, I think I'm on my way, but like I think having kids does take away from that, if I'm being honest,
Of course,
because
because
y- you're taking
life,
care of them.
yeah,
You're
taking care of
giving
other
up
people,
you're giving up your
you
time.
have to worry about them. You know
Mhm.
what I mean?
And
Since
yeah.
you wanna make sure they're good, you worry about their future, you wanna make sure you're teaching them versus a soft life and just getting up and doing nothing.
So even when they're grown, do you think you're still always gonna sort of not be able to be 100% soft life because even though they're grown, I think you still worry about them.
Yeah. Not so much, not worry a lot to not being able to enjoy your soft life, but I don't know. Worry about their future if you're the type of person that thinks a lot, like deep into the future. But if you're like me,
Not
like
worry
every day at a time, then you only
Not
worry when things come
necessarily
up.
worry about their future, but just worry that they're safe, that they're happy,
Mhm.
that they're okay, you know what I mean? Like, that's a
It's all gonna
day-to-day
depend on the
thing.
type of person you are. Would you then say there's people who are extremely wealthy that can live in luxury but have no clue how to enjoy a soft life? Don't know how to relax, don't know how to get up and get dressed, don't know how to be, like, read a book or
Absolutely.
whatever. Yeah.
I mean, there are people who are wealthy because they've worked hard and they have businesses and they have
Mhm.
things that allow them to be
Responsibility.
healthy.
Yeah.
So does that worry, that responsibility ever go away? I think it's how you set up your wealth. You know what I mean? So if you're like constantly running your business, then that's not very easeful, at least in my opinion.
Yeah.
Easeful is not having to worry about that, having people in place that takes care of that or whatever the case may
Yeah.
be.
So soft life is more like it's a choice you make. Yes, it's easier if you got money to be able to buy the luxurious stuff, or I don't know, you can tap into somebody who has it and enjoy the soft life that way. But like we saying, does not necessarily mean having money is going to give you a soft life.
But can you have a soft life without money?
If you can tap into the source of somebody else, I don't know.
So having someone else's money?
You can have it
No, I mean,
temporarily, you can save up for it. Doesn't mean
no,
you're wealthy, but let's say you save up for that yearly trip and that week or 2, whatever, that would be your soft life moment.
that's
Can you
just
still
a
have a soft
moment.
life if it well, nothing says soft life has to be every day all the time. Even though life
Yeah.
is just life, then it
Mhm.
would be soft living.
Yeah.
But
Do you need money to live softly every day?
no, absolutely not. There's people who doesn't have money that lives very soft, peaceful lives. I believe in that. They have just enough money to get a little cabin or not even to live in an apartment, but you choose. I think you should choose to create your own soft life independently of money. But we know that it's hashtag that you do need luxury and well. So no, they
Mhm.
just stole of two beautiful words and try to put it in with like
Well,
the
that's why
luxury
I'm
that
like
definition.
that's why like I would love to see a variety of soft life. I would love to see
Your version of
all
soft life. Like, let's see people create their own soft life. Yeah.
Yeah, like I want soft life to be defined as what makes you worry less, what makes you fulfilled, independent of what others think and
Mhm.
say a soft life is. It should be individual to the person
Mhm.
based on their desires, their needs, because constantly pushing that whole wealth, luxury in people's faces is just not it. It's just
Yeah, and
at
I think
face
people do see it
value.
both ways. There are those who references it to, again, the luxury and the wealth, and there the other people who just references it to stress-free and not too much worry, which one, you don't need to have money to have a soft life when you're referencing it to, like stress-free and no worries versus the people who references it to just having wealth and luxury and power or whatever,
I
right?
don't
Isn't
think
that what Google
power.
said to people?
I don't
All
think
money,
power
money,
is
power, girl.
because power to me does not sound feminine at all. That sounds very masculine.
You don't think feminine is powerful?
Yes, it's
Femininity? Oh,
it's powerful, yes, but in a soft
yeah, soft life.
way, intuitive way, in a internal way, not necessarily a outwardly way,
Hmm.
not in a controlling way.
So you do agree that there's the two ways to look at it? One
There
people that's
is
like it's wealth and luxury. Others say no, it's stress free and worry free.
right now, I think there is two ways to look at it, with more people leaning towards that luxury lifestyle. But I want it to be portrayed as an easeful life, a very stress free life, independent of luxury, independent of having money. Like,
Yeah,
that's why
that.
I would love to see different images of soft life and not just constantly seeing like these women with these expensive things, because
Mhm.
I
We
don't
can
think that's
start
healthy.
hashtagging that. We can you
We can,
sitting
yeah.
there for example, at a soccer bleacher with your headphones or maybe a book while they capture your son running around the ball with his friends. That's a beautiful soft life,
Soft
right?
life.
You're not stressed, not worry free. Your kid's enjoying itself and
Mhm.
you're there relaxed. You didn't drop them off and run around to do something else. You know what I mean? There's no worry, there's no stress. You're not
Mhm.
stressed because you're relaxing, sitting on the grass while your kids play.
Yeah, my concern is that younger versions of us, like teenagers, early 20s, all they're seeing is that luxurious soft life, and I
Mhm.
don't think that's a good message. I
Yeah.
think people should be seeing a variety of
Mhm.
things to allow them to choose, because the environment that you're surrounding yourself with is what you're eventually gonna gravitate towards.
Mm.
And, social media is where our kids spend a
Have
lot of
you
their
mentioned
time.
these to your daughters?
Just pop, not just pop, but, like, I saw someone talk about it, and that's what kinda made me want, like, I would see it here and there. It's not really something I would pay attention to, but I would see it, like, here and there on social media. But then I saw someone actually talking about it, like, so I was like,
Mhm.
that's an interesting topic, because she was kinda discussing, like, it's a good thing, but is it really a good thing? Can it have a negative impact? And so that's why I was like, okay, that's interesting. But, yeah, it's definitely a conversation to have with them, absolutely. Because it is something that it's geared towards Black women. Like, I've seen some, like, white women participating in it,
Yeah, I
but
did say I did read something about Black TikTokers being, and not too long ago, was it 2020 that it
yeah,
came
it
about?
started or gained popularity, yeah. So,
I
which I
don't
think
mean to
is
sound
great.
rude, but like, I hope it didn't come up because people were just home now, not working, and be like, oh, I don't have to go to my job because of COVID. Now that everybody was getting maybe more spiritual, having more time for
Mhm.
themselves and their family. So here you go, the soft life. But then again,
Which
no,
would
because the picture shows you out and about, but not locked inside.
Right. I mean, it would have been good if that's fine if that's how it originated through that whole pandemic thing. And then people showing this soft life, not necessarily just being at home, but like you said, being more spiritual, being more intuitive, being more internal, and focusing on your self care. But how did it turn into this whole, you got to be rich, you got to have all these material things to live
I
this
don't,
soft
did it
life?
turn or did it automatically just start with that?
Good
It's hard
question.
to know
We'd have
now,
to research the history of it. What was the first soft life hashtag post?
right?
That's a good question to
To all our
research,
Nigerian friends.
right? Let us
Like,
know.
I bet you 90% never heard of it either, just like me.
You think so?
I don't know.
Well, let's ask our audience. Let's poll them. What do you guys think? Have you ever heard of this term, the soft life? Do you see it on your feeds and social media? Is that something that you would aspire to have, to be, to want your life to be soft? I mean, I just feel like it's a life of living in your femininity. That's how I see it.
So is it just for women? Is it just women
Mhm.
using this? No guys?
I mean, I'm pretty sure at this point in time, everybody probably uses it, but it's geared towards women. And I think I like the original idea of it is to change this narrative that Black women are hard, that they're angry, and to
Yeah, you did say
give, yeah, to give other people this perspective that we can be soft, we are feminine. You know what I mean? Like we are all these things, and that
we've been,
we've
because if you,
always been.
yeah,
That's just who we are, but we're not being portrayed as that. You definitely see that in like movies, TV shows that Black women are not portrayed as the soft, feminine, delicate women. That's white women are portrayed as that.
yeah, but yet Black TikTokers came up with it.
TikTokers.
TikTokers.
Right, which is great. That's what I said, which is great. But then I see it moving more towards that
Yes,
luxurious
sure, yes.
side, which there's nothing wrong with wanting to be rich, with wanting to have nice things, but it's very dangerous for someone who's very young. Like if you're a grown woman in your late 20s, 30s, you're established, you know who you are,
Hmm.
there's I don't think that message is wrong or hurtful. But you're a girl in high school, you're just starting to figure out who you are. You know what I mean? You might not necessarily like how you look because you're changing, you're going through puberty, whatever the case may be. You might that and start not like yourself anymore. Like, we have a lot of experience with self-esteem and young girls. And no, am I frozen?
No, you were cutting like a lot of, but it seems to be
This
gone now.
Google
Seems to be gone.
Google does not want me to be great.
Soft life, girl, soft life. No, I think you're
That's
back.
right. No angry Black woman over here. Soft life, soft life. But what was I saying? Yeah, so I was
You were
saying like,
talking referencing to the younger
yeah, like we have
kids.
a lot of experience with self-esteem in young girls and how the media, overall media, has an effect on them. And something that was created by us, by the Black women community, like anything that I would not want it to ever be something that would negatively impact,
Hmm.
you know what I mean, a group of people. And my concern is when you're constantly seeing that whole luxury and wealth, it can have that sort of negative impact because you don't know, like you
Because
said,
they
like you
want
don't.
instant gratification right now. That's what social media is doing to the younger generation. But I, I think soft life is backed up with being able to reach that phase that you no longer have to work hard, no longer have to worry and stress. So
But is
I,
it really like, am I getting those steps? Am I getting that knowledge?
not through social media. They're not putting it out there.
But if that's where kids are spending their
Yeah.
time, then where are they getting that knowledge of what it takes to reach that? And what does it take to reach that? Is it marrying a wealthy man?
Yeah, it's researching these people posting that how they really live,
Ain't
and
nobody
then
doing that. Ain't
no,
nobody
okay.
doing that. Are you
But
okay? You
I'm
see a
thinking these
post.
TikTokers kind of will post stories of their daily lives and stuff.
Yeah, very curated, very edited, very aesthetically pleasing. Like a day in my life.
They're
I
not
get
showing the
up.
hard worker in the back.
Like a day in my life, right? I get up, I fix my beautiful bed. I go into my luxurious bathroom. I do my beautiful skincare with all these expensive products. I drive my beautiful, expensive car to Starbucks and buy my $10 coffee. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah,
anyways, that's what I'm seeing day in the life of
a
these
soft
soft.
life person.
Yeah, and then
Yeah.
I go have brunch with my girls, and then we go shopping. You know what I mean? Like that's what they're seeing, which again, if that's the life you want, awesome. But are we being taught how this life was attained?
No, we're not, they're not showing how that life can be attained. So let's put it more out there, like because it's good to us, like you said, everybody deserves, especially as Black women, we deserve and we should be aspiring to having a soft life, right? But let's not skip the steps and actually let's not just because it does say life, it's not just a moment. So let's not skip the steps to showing that you're gonna have to do this and that to be able to enjoy what I'm enjoying now, you know, for the sake of our young Black women, young Black girls growing up in this
Absolutely.
generation.
Yes, yes.
Do I aspire to have or live a soft life? Yes, most definitely. I want that for me and all my sisters. Yeah, and I'll advocate to tell them to helping people realize that before that, there's hard work and there's stress. They could be like, girl, no, you can just marry that rich boy and just get it done.
Even that can be stressful because that rich boy could be cheating on you, could be
Oh, who
not.
cares when you're living a soft life? That's the
Right.
most stress you'll get out of it, then it's all good. No, I'm just kidding. I sound
Girl.
bad on these podcasts, don't I? But in our
Let's not
reality,
tell him
I
that.
just live in a soft life. And I live a soft life? Yes, I do. Am I rich and wealthy? No, I am not. Not like material money wise,
Wealth, yeah.
but because I am rich and other
Other things.
things, because I work hard. If I want to buy something that's luxurious, I can. I save and get it. So no, but again, it's not a whole lifestyle. It can be just a moment, right?
Yeah, and I think that's the message there is what we're seeing, what is being told to us is not necessarily a soft life, but rather a soft moment.
Yeah.
And just take it for what it is. And yeah, use it as inspiration. You know, I know I put stuff like that on my vision boards that I
Mhm.
create every year because yeah, I do like those things, but I know that those things are not everything. And I
Yep,
think that's the message that needs to be told. Like
definitely.
it's not everything. So
Yep.
yeah.
The message should be that that's what you want to work for, right? That's what you want to achieve or
But not
aspire to have. Like,
yeah, to have those moments sprinkled throughout your life, but that not be everything.
yeah,
You know what I mean? Like there are other things that besides like your whole life goal should not be to have a designer bag collection
true.
and sip champagne on a yacht.
Yeah.
I mean, that's
It
fine
should
to
be
do on the
to
weekends, but
retire and enjoy a
not
soft life.
I mean, retire can be someone's vision,
Again,
but
I
some
think I don't
people
know if
like
you
to work.
answered me. What is real quick, just a glimpse of a picture of your soft life.
My soft
Not what
life.
you're living right now, but what would you be like?
And what if I am living a soft life?
Because
Not
you
just
are.
kidding.
I think we are. But I'm saying
Um,
what would it be?
I think it would be like, remember way back when we started, we had that episode on financial freedom and
Mm-hmm.
we pictured our ideal day.
Mm-hmm. Oh
That's my
yeah.
soft life, like having a slow morning. You guys know I'm not a morning person, like waking up without an alarm, waking up to a beautiful view of the ocean, eating delicious fruits, coffee, doing some like yoga or exercise, going for a dip in the ocean, just
Mm.
meeting and what am I saying? Like doing things that I enjoy doing, like,
Exactly. Just doing the
you
things
know,
you enjoy doing. Yeah, that's what I would
yeah,
say.
and if today I wake up, I wanna go hike this mountain, that's what I wanna do today,
Exactly.
and then tomorrow I wake up, I wanna go volunteer at the Boys and Girls Club,
Hmm.
and then the next day I wake up, I wanna paint a
Having the
picture in my
freedom,
studio.
right? So basically,
Yeah,
me too. I would tie it up with freedom to wake up and choosing to do what I want to do, right?
for that
Nothing having to
day,
do what I
you
have.
know what I mean? Like, my days revolve around my job, like, we all work, right?
Mhm.
So our days revolve around our set work schedules, like, if we work a part-time
And
job,
our
full-time job,
families. Yeah.
whatever.
Yeah.
Or even if we have a business that we run, sometimes some people say, "Oh, I wanna be my own boss. I wanna own my own business." But you don't know sometimes people who have their own businesses work harder than those that have a 9 to 5.
Of
So again, you
course.
gotta really find what makes you happy, and for me, work is not in that equation.
Or working
So
for
yeah,
someone else is not in that equation because you can work for yourself.
I don't even want the stress of working for myself. You know what I mean? Like, I don't want to think about money. I don't want to have
Ugh.
to rely on anything to make
Mhm.
money. I don't want that. Again, that's a very hard goal to reach. Or maybe it's hard because I'm saying it's hard. Let me put out to the universe. That's a
Yeah.
very attainable goal to reach
It's
that I'm
attainable.
striving for.
But just take like anything in life, any happy life, you're going to have to work somehow. Now you're
to get to
completely
that point.
frozen. Okay, you're back. Now that you're back, you were like, I'm pausing this universe. Don't listen to what Vanilla has to say. There's no such thing as hard work forever. No, not hard work, but like, I don't care. Even if you have a ton of money, life is gonna throw things at you that you're gonna work, that you're gonna stress, that you're gonna have to feel like you're alive. How do somebody who
Mhm.
does not work all day, does nothing all day, don't worry about money? How are you really living if you don't have something to do or something to kind of stress about in a
Challenge
good
you.
way?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, like I don't wanna erase stress from my life because I like I said earlier, I know stress can be good. I still want to be challenged. But I don't want that challenge to be like, "Oh my god, if I don't." Let's say I'm a painter, I decide I wanna be a painter. If I don't sell this painting, I'm not gonna be able to
Yeah.
pay my mortgage. Like, I don't want that stress. I just want someone to be like, "Oh, can you make, a painting for me?" I want that to be my stress, is to please that person with the painting that I make for them. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Like, I want that kind of stress. I want to challenge myself to run a race. Like, I want that kind of stress.
Okay.
I
You only
you know
want
what
to
I mean?
stress
Like,
what's gonna bring you joy and you chose. Like not
yes, I
stress, the
chose that.
unchosen stress. Yeah.
I chose those challenges.
Yeah.
Our basic needs should not be stressful I want that for myself, for everybody else.
Yeah.
Food, clothing, shelter, which a lot of people stress about because they need to work, make certain amount of money to, put a roof over their heads, to feed and clothe themselves and their children. Like, I don't want that to be my stress.
Hmm.
I don't want to have to
I don't even
work a
want
9
to
to 5.
order anything from the menu. I just want it to be served right away. You know what I like, don't you? Okay, let's go.
Just bring it. Just bring it.
Woke up to like a when you wake up to, ooh, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna be like, bring me breakfast in bed, honey. And they'll be like, soft life.
Yes.
Right after breakfast, I'm like, let's clean this house now.
Right, and that's what they don't show. They show the breakfast in your bed, but what does the kitchen look like after after all that? Who's cleaning up the kitchen after all that?
Mhm.
There's nothing soft about that.
Don't like the kitchen.
I'm just saying, like,
I know, I feel you.
anything else about soft life?
Rise and shine and thrive. Soft life.
Now you're gonna see a bunch of soft life stuff on your social
Hmm.
media, so get ready.
Sure I am. Now I have that song too stuck in my head. It's a hard knock life. We're gonna change it. It's
No,
a soft knock life. It's a, what is the word? Soft life?
soft life.
Doesn't
But
go.
what
Doesn't
what
flow.
can replace knock? Soft, soft? No. It's a real soft life for
For
us.
us, it's a real soft life for
For
us.
us.
Na, 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 na.
We get you. Da-na-na-na, da-da-da. Yeah, we need new words
Can
for
you
that.
tell we have a soft life? Look at us singing, making up songs.
Yes. Well, we intentionally created
What?
this life that we have. We intentionally
Oh,
created
yeah.
this.
This
We
moment that
do
we're having right now.
Yeah, you could say the soft life. Like, we're privileged to be able to sit here and talk to each other virtually.
Amen. That's what I mean. Like, I
You
think
know
I
what I
live a
mean?
very soft life because I get up and do what I want. I don't get up and stress. I work. I have money in the
Yeah.
bank so I can pay my bills. I don't aspire for a soft life in the um, hashtag social media world. I do not. Sometimes I wish I did because it's fun, but for me, it's like for a moment, for vacation, when you're
Yeah.
wearing cute clothes or you're traveling like that. I
Yeah.
could not. I wouldn't be able to. I
Couldn't
like
sustain
a
that
little
24/7.
chaos. I like a little stress and chaos and having to do, and I don't know, everybody's
I
different.
like being bummy.
Yes, very much
I
all
lo
the time.
I love being bummy, and I don't know if that would fit the
It
aesthetic.
would it's nice to be bummy in luxurious clothes because they have luxurious bummy, not
True,
bummy, but
but
like relaxed, flat clothes,
still
right?
takes effort.
Takes effort to do what? Put on some to just go buy it maybe. Those oversized linen pants and
Mhm.
shirts and just pull your hair back
Lounge.
and enjoy it. Yeah, loungewear. But yeah, I like the fact that you picked topic I never heard about, never talked about. Soft life.
That's good. We see
Mhm.
we're always learning here.
Very interesting. Can't wait to see what our listeners and friends have to say
Think
about
about it.
this.
Yes, yes, definitely. We appreciate your feedback. We'd love to hear from you. You guys know that we are on social media. We are on Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, Twitter. So find us there, follow us, engage with us. And yeah, thanks.
Subscribe, like, and
Oh,
share.
YouTube. Yep. All your podcast streaming platforms.
My
So
favorite, Spotify.
I like Apple Podcasts, and YouTube. Don't forget YouTube.
Yeah,
YouTube, you
it's my
can
favorite
listen
too.
and watch
Hmm.
the podcast so you can, see our faces while listening. All right. I guess this is it.
I guess
Thanks.
so.
Thanks,
Back to our
everyone.
soft life.
Yeah.
Back to our hard knock life. No, I was kidding. So we can bring this soft life content to you, right? No,
Absolutely. No. Nope,
we'll
nope,
do it.
nope. So we strive to be soft and oh, we didn't do our thriving takeaways.
Oh,
Give me yours.
um, thriving takeaway. Aspire to live a soft life or a moment of soft life every day. Aspire to take a moment to do that every day. And before you know it, it will become a routine and you will be living a soft life.
Very, very nice.
What's
Yes,
your
yes.
takeaway?
My takeaway is define what soft life means to you and understand that what you're seeing out in social media is a soft moment, not necessarily a soft life. So know the difference between the two and use it as inspiration along with your thoughts and ideas of a soft life and strive to do that every day.
Because you deserve it. Keep
Yes, you
on
do.
thriving. Love you all.
Thank you guys so much for listening. We will catch you back here in 2 weeks.
Peace.
Peace.
Woo woo. Look how
Whoop,
you woo
whoop,
woo.
whoop. Oh, whoop, whoop. If I could stop recording, that'd be great.